Welcome to our exploration of the Friar who saved Christendom. Today we look at the life and legacy of Pope St. Pius V, the primary architect of the Counter-Reformation, a man whose leadership defined the modern Catholic identity. By the mid-1500s, the Church faced a triple threat. Internally, the Renaissance Papacy was rotting from moral laxity and nepotism. Externally, Protestantism was sweeping across Europe, while to the east, the Ottoman Empire advanced aggressively through the Mediterranean, threatening the very heart of Italy. The man to meet this crisis was born Antonio Ghislieri in 1504. From humble beginnings as a shepherd, he entered the Dominican order and rose through the ranks to become Inquisitor General. In 1566, he was elected Pope, bringing the austere, disciplined life of a friar to the throne of St. Peter. Pius V immediately transformed the Roman court. He replaced rampant nepotism with a focus on merit and orthodoxy. He slashed lavish banquet costs, redirecting the treasury to hospitals and the poor, and even overhauled Rome's infrastructure by building public sewers and cracking down on brigands. His papacy rested on three pillars: reform, liturgy, and defense. He was the reformer of church governance, the liturgist who unified public worship, and the defender who forged a league to protect Europe from existential external threats. Pius took the theological blueprints of the Council of Trent and built the institutional machinery of the modern Church. He published the Roman Catechism to standardize teaching, mandated the creation of seminaries for rigorous priest training, and forced wandering bishops to return to their dioceses. His elevation of St. Thomas Aquinas. In 1567, he declared Aquinas a doctor of the Church and later commissioned the first complete collection of his works. He also established the predecessor to today's Angelicum University in Rome. To ensure that the rule of prayer matched the rule of faith, Pius issued the Bull Quo Primum in 1570. This made the Roman Missal mandatory throughout the Latin Church, creating a standardized form of the Mass that remained virtually unchanged for the next 400 years. Pius V was not afraid of high-stakes politics. In 1570, he issued Regnans in Excelsis, excommunicating Queen Elizabeth I and releasing her subjects from allegiance. This move defined English Catholicism for centuries, though it led to an era of intense persecution and many Catholic martyrs. While Europe was fractured by internal politics and shifting alliances, Pius V stood largely alone in recognizing the Ottoman threat. Following the brutal massacre of Venetians at Famagusta, he spent his energy and funds tirelessly negotiating a new alliance of Christian states. This alliance became the Holy League. On October 7, 1571, though outnumbered, the League's fleet secured a miraculous victory at the Battle of Lepanto. This engagement permanently halted the Ottoman naval advance into Western Europe. Pius V attributed this victory to the Rosary. Biographers claim he had a vision of the victory the moment it happened. In gratitude, he instituted the Feast of Our Lady of Victory, known today as Our Lady of the Rosary, and added Help of Christians to the Litany of Loreto. A common myth suggests Pius V began the tradition of popes wearing white because of his Dominican habit, but records show popes wore white centuries earlier. However, the true meaning of his attire lay beneath. He continued to wear a coarse hair shirt under his papal robes, a sign of his lifelong asceticism. Pius V did more than just react to crisis. By locking together liturgy, doctrine, and defense, he codified a unified Catholic identity. His work provided the stability that allowed the Church to weather the turmoil of the modern era for 4 centuries. Pope St. Pius V died on May 1, 1572, exhausted by his labors. He was canonized in 1712. As Cardinal Newman later noted, he was a soldier of Christ, whose stern energy was exactly what the times required to preserve the faith.